Good morning, rainy day. Today I'm going to do a little video about the exercises that I sent. Okay, I think that it's clear enough, but I think it's better to have them in a video, okay? So exercise 1 from page 155 was about a strand of messenger RNA. So they give us a sequence of nitrogenous bases, and they are going to ask us several questions about this strand. Okay? The first question: work out the sequence of the template strand of DNA from which the mRNA was transcribed. So we have this strand of messenger RNA, and what they are asking us is the strand of DNA from this, from which this strand of messenger RNA comes, ¿vale? En Spanish. Lo que nos piden, nos da una secuencia de ARN mensajero y nos pide de dónde ha salido ese ARN mensajero, de qué secuencia de ADN ha salido. This is not difficult. Why? Because we know that transcription works like this. You have a DNA, a strand of DNA, and through complementary bases, the complementary bases law, you are going to do the messenger RNA. So, what do you have to do? To do the complementary bases of each one. Not difficult, but important. We are going from messenger RNA, so we are going to use RNA, and we are going to get DNA. So be careful to change uracil, ¿vale? For thymine. Tenemos que cambiar el uracilo por timina. Eso es muy importante. Okay? So you have this strand, and for example, you have adenine, the first one, the complementary base, which would be uracil. But as we are changing to DNA, is thymine, right? Then the second one is uracil, the complementary adenine, easy. Guanine, cytosine. Uracil, adenine. Cytosine, guanine, adenine, again, thymine, not uracil, because this is a strand of DNA. So this would be, I want you to check it, this would be the whole strand of DNA, and we are going to know it based nitrogenous base by nitrogenous base. Difficult? Anyway, we are going to do a Zoom, if you have any question. Exercise B. Write the complementary strand of DNA that was not transcribed. Easy. Again, complementary bases law. So you have this strand, and what are they asking us? The complementary strand of this one. ¿Qué nos están pidiendo? Que una vez que tenemos esta hebra de ADN, de esta hebra de ADN hemos sacado este ARN mensajero, y lo que nos piden es la hebra complementaria de ADN que no se ha transcrito. So, the complementary strand of this one. And here you go. Thymine, adenine, adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine, and so on. Okay? Always with the same principle. Adenine, always complementary with thymine, and cytosine always complementary with guanine. Remember this stupid thing that I told you? Accidente de tráfico, Guardia Civil. Okay? And then if you remember this is just very mechanic. It's not something that you have to think a lot. Okay? See. Okay, here we are going to use the table that I explained last week. So we have here all the bases, okay? And we are going to join them 3 by 3. Why? Because each codon is going to have 3 nitrogenous bases. So I recommend to do this, okay? To know exactly which bases are together, because if not, it could be a little bit messy. So the first one, this is always going to be the same, remember? Always going to be methionine. So AUG, A-U-G. What are we going to do? Remember, we have the first base, second base, third base. First base, alanine. So we come here. Second base, uracil, which is this one. So we know that we should be here in this column. And the last one is guanine. So here we go. Methionine. First one. Then uracil, cytosine, and adenine. So first base, uracil. Second base, cytosine, which is this one. And we don't really care because all of them are going to synthesize the same amino acid. So it's going to be always serine. Got it? Serina. And so on. Okay, so you have here the strand of amino acids, no? The sequence of amino acids that our strand of messenger RNA is going to produce. The protein with all these amino acids. But one thing, when we reach this pair, this codon, is UGA. When you look at it, what are we going to get? Okay, let's do it. U, uracil, guanine, and A, stop codon. So here we stop producing the protein, the sequence of amino acids. Here, translation stops. It doesn't matter that you have, after this stop codon, you have another codon. We don't care. We don't care. We have stopped here, we have stopped here. Right? This is the amino acids that are going to produce my protein. Okay? Yeah, hopefully. It's okay. D. D is what would happen if the nucleotide in the mRNA were changed to uracil. So they are saying that this cytosine, we are going to change it to uracil, no? Because this is the 9. Good. So this will change to no? This is what they are telling us. Here you go. You. So we are going to look which amino acid is going to produce, because this would be a mutation. If you change a nitrogenous base, that is a mutation. Okay, so a mutation has occurred. So which consequences are going to have this mutation? No? It's going to have this mutation because it's just one nitrogenous base. None. Not a very exciting thing, because nothing is going to happen, because if you look in the table, in the genetic code, the amino acid that is going to be codified by this codon is going to be phenylalanine. And this is exactly the same as the one that we had. Remember that we said one of the properties of the genetic code was that you have many more combinations of codons than amino acids. Amino acids we have 20, and combinations of codons with the 4 nitrogenous bases we had 64. So there are going to be codons, more than one, that are going to codify the same amino acid. And that is what has happened here, that we have 2 codons, you see, that are going to codify the same amino acid, phenylalanine. Okay? So this is exercise 1. It's a very complete exercise. I like it a lot. I like it at that. And then you have a level. It's easy. I don't know if you have understood the exercise, but as soon as I explain, I don't think that it's going to be a big mystery. What are we going to play with? Again, complementary basis. By the way, the person that enabled us to know all this was Chargaff. Okay? Edwin Chargaff. I think it's 1F. I'm not sure if it's 1F or 2Fs. I'm sorry. But this was discovered during the 50s. Okay? 1950s. What do they tell us? They tell us that we have a double-stranded DNA molecule that contains 35% of guanine. What percent is cytosine, adenine, and thymine? Okay, not very difficult. Why? Because you know that they are complementary bases. So what happens? If I have a 35% of guanine, and we know that we have the same amount of guanine than cytosine, so we are going to have the same percentage of cytosine. So the percentage of cytosine in these two strands are going to be 35% due to the complementary basis. So if you add these two percentages, you have 70%. So we have 70% of all the bases of this strand, of this double strand. So what do we have to know next? What is left? So what is going to be left is 30%, right? Because we already have 70. So to reach 100%, we have 30% to go. So that has to be the percentage of adenine plus thymine. So adenine plus thymine must be 30%. And as we know that we have the same molecules of adenine and thymine, so it's easy, no? You divide it into 2, and you have adenine 50% and thymine 15%, I'm sorry. 15 and 15. Understood? If not, don't worry, because we are going to do a Zoom to explain it, okay? Bye-bye.